Freshly unsealed documents from the U.S. Department of Justice have revealed explosive new details connected to Jeffrey Epstein and several high-profile political figures, shedding fresh light on a complex web of international associations. According to reports, the documents claim that Epstein traveled to Khabarovsk, Russia, aboard his private jet with former U.S. President Bill Clinton, as first reported by RT, sparking renewed scrutiny of their interactions during that period. Flight logs further suggest that Epstein made at least 3 separate trips to Russia alongside President Clinton, accompanied by his longtime associate Ghislaine Maxwell, according to records cited in the same RT report. The records also point to Epstein's assistant, Sarah Kellen, who reportedly made 3 independent trips to Russia between 2002 and 2003, raising additional questions about the nature and purpose of these visits. When pressed in a 2016 legal deposition about his jet flights that involved Bill Clinton, Epstein chose to invoke his Fifth Amendment right, refusing to answer any questions related to those specific travels. Last week, the U.S. Department of Justice uploaded thousands of pages of documents under the newly enacted Epstein Files Transparency Act, marking one of the most substantial public releases tied to the infamous financiers case. The legislation, which was signed into law by President Donald Trump back in November, forces the government to disclose a wide range of long-sealed records that had previously been kept from public view for years. Among the materials, the DOJ released several photographs showing Jeffrey Epstein visiting well-known city landmarks alongside 2 unidentified women, further fueling speculation about his global activities and network. Former President Bill Clinton has repeatedly emphasized that he had no knowledge whatsoever of Epstein's criminal conduct, maintaining that his interactions with Epstein were purely professional and limited in nature. The newly surfaced files also indicate a chain of financial transfers sent from Epstein-linked accounts to multiple banks in Russia between the years 2008 and 2012, spreading across several large transactions. According to these records, more than $10,000 were reportedly wired to women based in Russia, raising serious questions about the origins and intentions behind those payments. Financial regulators later took action, imposing a $150 million fine on Deutsche Bank for failing to detect or report multiple suspicious transactions associated with Epstein's accounts. This latest release comes after months of mounting political pressure and widespread public outrage, as citizens and lawmakers continue to demand greater transparency in the ongoing Epstein investigation. On December 23rd, the U.S. Department of Justice released yet another batch of documents connected to the ongoing Epstein investigation, adding new layers of detail to the already complex and controversial case. These newly surfaced files contain fresh reporting that sheds light on former President Donald Trump's earlier association with Jeffrey Epstein, revisiting connections that have long been the subject of public speculation. Within the documents, investigators allege that Trump flew aboard Epstein's private jet far more often than had been publicly disclosed before, suggesting a deeper level of acquaintance between the 2 men during that time. According to a federal prosecutor cited in the records, Trump is believed to have traveled on Epstein's jet at least 8 separate times between 1993 and 1996, painting a broader picture of their shared social circles. The prosecutor also noted that the internal email containing this information was circulated for what was described as situational awareness, ensuring that officials were not caught off guard by future revelations.